Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into the world of hidden treasures as we explore the top 4 ultra-rare and most valuable United States 1-dime coins ever discovered. These tiny 10-cent coins may look ordinary, but some rare dimes have sold for hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars at auction. Collectors and investors are constantly searching for these valuable treasures hiding in old collections and pocket change. So before you spend that old dime, make sure to watch until the end, because you might be holding a small coin worth a massive fortune. Alright everyone, let's get started. First up, the United States 1-dime 1998 coin with the P mint mark in excellent condition carries a fascinating story hidden beneath its smooth metallic surface. At first glance it may appear simple and modern, yet this small coin has traveled through years of history while quietly building the mystery and excitement that continue to attract collectors around the world. The Roosevelt Dime has been one of the most recognized coins in American history since it was first introduced in 1946. Created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the coin quickly became part of daily life across the nation. By the year 1998, the dime was already deeply connected to ordinary transactions, moving through cash registers, vending machines, restaurants, and stores every single day without most people ever giving it a second thought. The small P mint mark on this coin tells us it was struck at the historic Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most important coin production facilities in the United States. Millions of dimes were created there during the late 1990s to meet the growing demands of commerce. These coins were designed for circulation, not for fame or collector attention, which makes their hidden potential even more exciting. An excellent condition coin stands out because it preserves much of its original beauty while still showing signs of light circulation. Unlike heavily worn coins, an excellent condition 1998 dime still displays strong detail and attractive surfaces. Roosevelt's portrait remains crisp and expressive, while the torch and branches on the reverse continue to show clear definition and sharp lines. The color and shine of an excellent condition dime add another layer of beauty to its appearance. Even after years of circulation, the surface may still reflect light with soft silver tones mixed with gentle gray shades created naturally over time. This balance between age and preservation gives the coin a unique personality that collectors find incredibly appealing. Imagine how many places this small dime may have traveled since 1998. It could have passed through busy shopping malls during the rise of the digital age, jingled in the pockets of students and workers, or rested inside cash drawers during thousands of ordinary transactions. Every exchange added another silent chapter to its incredible journey. Collectors are fascinated by coins because they transform ordinary objects into pieces of living history. A dime may seem small and insignificant, yet it carries stories from another time directly into the present. Holding such a coin creates a connection between generations and reminds people that history often survives in the smallest objects. The excitement of coin collecting comes from the idea that treasures can still hide in everyday life. Valuable coins are not always ancient or locked inside museums. Sometimes they remain hidden in old jars, forgotten drawers, or spare change waiting quietly for someone curious enough to notice them. Every collector dreams about finding a coin that appears completely ordinary at first but later reveals surprising rarity or importance. That possibility turns every handful of coins into an adventure filled with anticipation and mystery. The search itself becomes just as exciting as the discovery. Experts carefully examine coins like the 1998 P dime to determine what makes certain examples stand apart from millions of others. They study the sharpness of the strike, the preservation of the details, and the overall condition of the surfaces. Even subtle differences can greatly increase collector interest. The portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt gives the dime a timeless sense of dignity and strength. His image symbolizes leadership and resilience, while the reverse design with the torch, olive branch, and oak branch represents liberty, peace, and strength. Together these elements create a design that remains meaningful decades after its release. Many people assume that only old gold or silver coins can become valuable, but modern dimes prove that rarity and collector demand can emerge in any era. Sometimes even recent coins become highly sought after because of condition, preservation, or unique characteristics that separate them from ordinary examples. As time passes, finding well-preserved coins from the late 1990s becomes more difficult. Many were heavily worn through constant use, damaged over time, or simply ignored and forgotten. This gradual disappearance increases collector interest in excellent condition examples that still preserve attractive detail and shine. An excellent condition coin feels special because it balances real-world history with beautiful preservation. It clearly participated in circulation, yet it still retains enough sharpness and brightness to showcase the artistry of the original design. Coin collecting continues to grow because it combines mystery, history, art, and treasure hunting into one unforgettable hobby. Every coin holds hidden possibilities waiting to be uncovered by someone willing to look carefully enough. The beauty of a small dime lies not only in its design, but also in the stories it silently carries through time. A single coin may have passed through countless hands, traveled across cities, and survived decades before finally being appreciated for what it truly represents. Old and modern coins alike remind collectors that extraordinary discoveries often begin with ordinary objects. The excitement comes from knowing that hidden treasures may still exist all around us, waiting patiently to be recognized. That is why the United States one-dime 1998 coin with the P mint mark in excellent condition continues to fascinate collectors everywhere, because under the right circumstances this tiny silver-colored coin could reach an astonishing value of $45,000. Next up, the United States one-dime 2016 coin with the D mint mark in extra-fine condition is one of those fascinating pieces that quietly carries mystery, history, and the excitement of discovery beneath its smooth silver-colored surface. What appears simple at first glance can quickly become the center of attention once collectors begin to examine its details and potential. The Roosevelt dime has remained one of the most recognizable coins in the United States since its introduction in 1946. Created in honor of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the coin became a symbol of resilience and leadership during a period of major change in American history. Even decades later, the design continues to appear in everyday transactions, passing unnoticed through millions of hands while silently becoming part of countless personal stories. The D Mint mark on the 2016 dime tells us it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the largest coin production facilities in the nation. Every year, enormous numbers of dimes are created there to meet the demands of circulation across the country. These coins are designed for everyday use, not for fame or collector excitement, which is exactly what makes certain examples so intriguing when they later attract serious attention. An extra fine condition coin represents a beautiful balance between circulation and preservation. Unlike heavily worn coins, an extra fine dime still retains sharp details and a clean appearance while showing only light evidence of use. Roosevelt's portrait remains crisp and expressive, while the reverse design continues to display strong lines and beautiful definition that reveal the skill of the original engraving. The surface color of an extra fine dime often gives the coin a unique charm. Even after years in circulation, the metallic shine can still reflect light beautifully, blending silver tones with soft gray shades created naturally over time. This combination of age and preservation gives the coin personality and authenticity that collectors admire deeply. Imagine the journey this small dime may have taken since 2016. It may have passed through restaurants, shopping centers, movie theaters, vending machines, and gas stations while quietly becoming part of modern, everyday life. Thousands of people may have handled it without ever imagining that such a simple coin could eventually attract collector interest. Collectors are fascinated by coins because they connect ordinary objects to extraordinary stories. A single dime can become a tiny time capsule from a specific era, carrying memories of a world shaped by technology, rapid communication, and changing lifestyles. Holding the coin years later creates a direct link to the recent past in a way few objects can provide. The excitement of coin collecting comes from the idea that hidden treasures can still exist in plain sight. Valuable coins are not always ancient or buried underground. Sometimes they remain hidden in jars, drawers, or spare change, quietly waiting for someone curious enough to notice them. Every collector dreams of finding a coin that seems ordinary at first but later reveals unusual importance or hidden rarity. That possibility turns even the smallest coin into an object filled with mystery and anticipation. The search itself becomes an adventure that keeps collectors interested year after year. Experts carefully examine coins like the 2016 D dime to understand what makes certain examples more desirable than others. They study the sharpness of the strike, the condition of the surfaces, and the preservation of the smallest details. Even subtle differences can make one coin stand out dramatically from millions of similar pieces. The portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt continues to symbolize strength and determination decades after the design first appeared. His calm expression and recognizable profile give the dime a timeless identity, while the reverse design featuring the torch, olive branch, and oak branch represents liberty, peace, and strength. Many people believe only old gold or silver coins can become valuable, but modern coins continue to surprise collectors. Even recently produced dimes can become highly desirable when condition, rarity, and collector demand come together in unusual ways. As years pass, finding modern coins in extra-fine condition becomes more difficult than many people expect. Heavy circulation, scratches, damage, and neglect slowly reduce the number of well-preserved examples available to collectors. An extra-fine condition coin feels special because it clearly participated in the real world while still preserving much of its original beauty. It carries evidence of life and movement while maintaining strong detail and attractive surfaces that make it stand out. Coin collecting continues to grow because it combines history, mystery, art, and treasure hunting into one exciting hobby. Every coin examined carries the possibility of revealing something unexpected, and that excitement never truly disappears for passionate collectors. A small dime may not appear valuable to most people, but collectors understand that importance is not always measured by size. Sometimes the smallest coins carry the greatest stories and the most surprising possibilities. The beauty of the 2016 D dime lies not only in its modern design, but also in its ability to connect everyday life with the thrill of discovery. It proves that even coins from recent years can become fascinating pieces of collector history. That is why the United States 1 dime 2016 coin with the D mint mark in extra fine condition continues to attract attention among collectors everywhere, because under the right circumstances this small silver-colored coin could reach an astonishing value of $45,000. Next up. The United States 1 dime 2000 coin with the D mint mark in good condition is one of those fascinating pieces that quietly carries history, mystery, and the thrill of hidden potential beneath its worn silver-colored surface. To most people it is simply pocket change, yet to collectors it represents the possibility of uncovering something extraordinary in the most unexpected places. The Roosevelt dime has remained one of the most familiar coins in American history since it first appeared in 1946. Created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his passing, the coin quickly became a symbol of resilience, leadership, and determination. By the year 2000, this dime had already become part of modern everyday life, traveling constantly through stores, vending machines, restaurants, and cash registers across the country without attracting much attention from ordinary people. The small D mint mark on the coin tells us it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the largest and busiest coin production facilities in the United States. Every year millions upon millions of dimes are produced there to support the economy and daily commerce. These coins are designed for heavy circulation, not for fame or collector excitement, which makes certain surviving examples all the more fascinating when they later attract serious attention. A coin in good condition carries a unique personality because it clearly reflects years of real-world use. Unlike untouched collector coins kept safely in protective holders, a circulated dime in good condition has truly lived through countless everyday moments. The surfaces may appear worn, the details softer, and the shine reduced, but each mark becomes evidence of the coin's long and remarkable journey through time. The silver-gray color of an aged dime in circulated condition gives it a special kind of beauty. Years of handling slowly transform the original bright metallic surface into softer shades filled with character and authenticity. Collectors often appreciate this natural aging process because it reflects genuine history instead of artificial perfection. Imagine how many places this small dime may have traveled since the year 2000. It may have passed through shopping malls during the rise of modern technology, jingled inside the pockets of students and workers, or rolled across convenience store counters during thousands of everyday purchases. Every exchange became another invisible chapter in the coin's ongoing story. Collectors are fascinated by coins because they transform ordinary objects into pieces of living history. A simple dime can become a direct connection to another time, reminding people how quickly years pass while small objects quietly survive through changing generations. Holding a coin like this creates a feeling that history is not distant at all but resting directly in the palm of your hand. The excitement of coin collecting comes from the idea that treasures can still hide in plain sight. Valuable coins are not always ancient artifacts buried underground or locked behind museum glass. Sometimes they remain hidden inside forgotten jars, spare change trays, or dusty drawers waiting patiently to be rediscovered years later. Every collector dreams about finding a coin that appears completely ordinary at first glance but later reveals surprising importance or rarity. That possibility turns every handful of coins into a mystery filled with anticipation and excitement. The search itself becomes part of the adventure and keeps collectors passionate year after year. Experts carefully study coins like the 2000 D dime to understand what makes certain examples more desirable than others. They examine the sharpness of Roosevelt's portrait, the condition of the lettering, the preservation of the surfaces, and the overall quality of the coin. Even subtle differences can greatly increase collector interest. The portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt continues to symbolize strength and leadership decades after the design first appeared. His calm expression and recognizable profile give the dime a timeless identity that still feels meaningful today. On the reverse, the torch, olive branch, and oak branch continue to represent liberty, peace, and strength, adding deeper symbolism to this tiny coin. Many people believe only old gold or silver coins can become valuable, but modern dimes prove that collector demand can appear in unexpected ways. Even coins produced in recent decades can become highly sought after when condition, rarity, and collector interest come together. As years pass, finding well-preserved circulated coins from the early 2000s becomes more difficult than many people expect. Constant handling, scratches, damage, and loss slowly reduce the number of attractive surviving examples still available for collectors to discover. A dime in good condition feels authentic because it clearly participated in real life. Every worn detail and faded surface reflects movement through the world and contact with countless people over the years. This connection to everyday history gives circulated coins a unique emotional appeal. Coin collecting continues to grow because it combines history, mystery, treasure hunting, and art into one unforgettable hobby. Every coin examined holds the possibility of revealing something surprising, and that excitement never truly disappears for passionate collectors. A small dime may not appear important to most people, yet collectors understand that extraordinary discoveries often begin with ordinary objects. Sometimes the smallest coins carry the greatest stories and the most unexpected possibilities. The beauty of the 2000 D dime lies not only in its design, but also in its survival. After years of circulation, it still exists as a small but powerful reminder of another era, quietly carrying memories of modern life within its worn metallic surface. That is why the United States 1 dime 2000 coin with a D mint mark in good condition continues to fascinate collectors everywhere, because under the right circumstances this tiny silver-colored coin could reach an astonishing value of $45,000. Next up, the United States 1 dime 2006 coin with a P mint mark in circulated condition is one of those fascinating modern coins that quietly carries years of history, mystery, and excitement beneath its worn metallic surface. To most people it looks like ordinary pocket change, yet for coin hunters and collectors it represents the possibility that even everyday money can hide an incredible story. The Roosevelt dime has remained one of the most recognizable coins in the United States for generations. First introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the design quickly became a permanent part of daily American life. By the year 2006, these dimes were moving constantly through stores, restaurants, vending machines, parking meters, and cash registers without most people paying any attention to them at all. The small P mint mark on the coin reveals that it was struck at the historic Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most respected coin production facilities in the country. Millions of dimes were produced there every year to support the economy and keep circulation flowing smoothly. These coins were designed for everyday use, not for fame or collector attention, which makes the growing fascination around certain examples even more exciting. A circulated condition coin tells a much richer story than a perfect untouched example hidden away for years. Every small scratch, faded surface, and softened detail reflects a journey through real life. This dime may have traveled through thousands of hands, moved across different cities, or rested in countless pockets and wallets before finally attracting the attention of a collector curious enough to examine it closely. The metallic gray color of a circulated dime develops its own unique character over time. The original bright shine slowly changes into softer silver and gray tones shaped by years of handling and exposure. Collectors often admire this natural aging because it gives the coin personality and authenticity that cannot be recreated artificially. Imagine how many moments this tiny dime may have witnessed since 2006. It may have been exchanged during busy shopping trips, used in vending machines late at night, dropped into tip jars at restaurants, or saved inside piggy banks by children collecting spare change. Each small transaction became another invisible piece of the coin's remarkable journey. Collectors love coins because they transform ordinary objects into living pieces of history. A simple dime from 2006 may seem modern, yet years continue to pass quickly, turning everyday objects into reminders of another era. Holding the coin years later creates a direct connection to the past in a surprisingly personal way. The excitement of coin collecting comes from the possibility that hidden treasures may still exist all around us. Valuable coins are not always ancient artifacts discovered underground. Sometimes they remain hidden in plain sight inside jars, drawers, old collections, or even ordinary spare change waiting patiently to be noticed. Every collector dreams about discovering a coin that appears common at first glance but later reveals surprising rarity or collector importance. That possibility turns every search into an adventure filled with curiosity, anticipation, and excitement. Even the smallest dime can suddenly become the center of attention. Experts carefully study coins like the 2006 dime to understand what makes certain examples more desirable than others. They examine the condition of Roosevelt's portrait, the sharpness of the strike, the preservation of the lettering, and the overall appearance of the surfaces. Small differences can dramatically increase collector interest. The portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt continues to symbolize leadership and determination decades after the design first appeared. His profile remains calm, recognizable, and timeless. On the reverse side, the torch, olive branch, and oak branch continue to represent liberty, peace, and strength, giving the coin a deeper meaning beyond its everyday use. Many people believe that only very old coins can become valuable, but modern dimes continue to surprise collectors around the world. Condition, rarity, and collector demand can combine in unexpected ways, transforming even recent coins into fascinating collectibles. As years pass, circulated coins from the early 2000s become harder to find in attractive condition. Heavy use, scratches, damage, and loss gradually reduce the number of surviving examples that still display strong detail and appealing surfaces. A circulated dime often feels more authentic because it clearly participated in real everyday life. Every worn detail reflects movement through the world and interaction with countless people. This connection to ordinary human experiences gives circulated coins a special emotional appeal. Coin collecting continues to grow because it combines history, mystery, treasure hunting, and art into one unforgettable hobby. Every coin carries hidden possibilities, and every discovery adds another layer of excitement to the search. The beauty of a small dime lies not only in its design, but also in the stories it silently carries through time. What once seemed like ordinary pocket change can later become a fascinating reminder of another generation and another period in history. Collectors understand that important discoveries often begin with objects most people ignore completely. That is what makes searching through coins so thrilling. Every handful of spare change carries the possibility of revealing something extraordinary. That is why the United States 1 dime 2006 coin with the P mint mark in circulated condition continues to fascinate collectors everywhere, because under the right circumstances this small silver-colored coin could reach an astonishing value of $45,000.